Hello and welcome to this month's vlog. It's going to be pretty much a quick one because, to be honest with you, nothing major has been going off on the channel. To be honest with you, emails coming in for review, silent, absolutely silent. Nobody's been getting in touch with me or anything like that for review, so I don't know whether that's because obviously Expo's around the corner, or it's the Chinese and American tariff wars or anything like that going off. But I've been reviewing for near enough 10 years, and this is the most quietest time I have ever known for companies emailing me asking me to review a product. It's gone very, very quiet. What's going on, I do not know. But don't worry, I've got plenty of e-liquids I've bought, so they'll be coming through. I've got a couple of bits and pieces of hardware, but obviously I was going to buy some new stuff, but Expo's literally around the corner. It's literally a fortnight away. So obviously I've booked my hotel at the Premier Inn. That's where I'll be staying. So yeah, I'm saving my money until I get to Expo, and obviously hopefully I can pick up a bargain or something. So yeah, so that's why I've not been buying anything in for review. So what am I vaping on? We might as well go for that one. So I've got me Death Wish kit, the full Monty, or should I say, this is the Black Raven 21700 mech, and on top of that is the Legacy 4, if I remember. And in there I have got some Black Vine from Rochford Project. Don't forget, you can get 120 bottles now from Rochford. Let's have a vape. Oh, I do like Black Vine. What else am I vaping on? I've gone a bit old schooly for me. This is the Zeus SoulOhm tank. Yes, I'm actually on stock curls on this one. Still like it. I've got a big fan. Well, I've got a big fan. I am a big fan of the Zeus range of tanks. I've got about 4 or 5 different Zeus X's rebuildables, and I've got 2 of these. Is it the Zeus Z? Yeah, it's Zeus Z. I love this little SoulOhm tank, really do. Underneath there, I've got the Ascent from Vapors Cloud. What a little pocket rocket. I love this little thing, I really do. And this has been me sort of like work setup for quite a while now. What have I got in there? I've got that Clotted Dreams. It's the Zesty Lemon and Clotted Cream. I still like it. I noticed that there was a couple of people that mentioned it's the worst e-liquid I've ever tried. Well, to be honest with you, yeah, it's not amazing, but for an all-day vape, I don't think it's that bad. And the Clotted Cream, I'd say it's more of a custard than anything else. But the Zesty Lemon, yeah, it's all right. And for an all-day vape, it's not bad. And it was only a bargain, so I only, yeah, can't mention how much I paid for it, but it was a bargain. So yeah, vaping on that. I'm also on this little fella. I've been using this actually driving to work, and I like it. This is the Hula. It's the pod system. Obviously you've got your battery here that you can recharge, and then obviously you've got your pods. You've got a 2mm capacity pod on the inside, and then you've got this outer tank which has 10mm capacity, all refillable, not refillable, replaceable and rechargeable. So yeah, this is a nice little bit of kit. One thing I do like about it is the e-liquid isn't too sweet. Yeah, unfortunately it's got a bit of ice. I'm not a big fan of ice, but it's got a little bit of ice in them. But yeah, I like them. Blue Raz, really do like this one. So that's pretty much what I've been vaping on. So this week in the House of Lords, the second reading of the Tobacco and Vape Bill was read out, and yeah, 5.5 hours of listening that was, and got to admit, There was quite a few times that I was ranting and raving at the television screen, but overall, very, very interesting. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit. I'm not going to go into real detail or anything like that, and I'm not going to start quoting loads or anything like that. But if you'd like to watch the full 5.5 hours, I will put a link down in the description below. And if you watch it, let me know what you think. What your thoughts? What did you take from it? That would be absolutely brilliant. Let me know down in the comments. So, what did I take away from it? Well, to be honest with you, the top and bottom of it is most of them have not got a clue about vaping. Especially vaping here in the UK and the TPD and the good that our companies are doing to help people stop smoking cigarettes. It really is. They have not got a clue how good vaping has done this country. They really have not got a clue. Most of them, all they was quoting was headline news about youth vaping and how bad youth vaping is. In fact, it got to the point where they was quoting that one girl had been hospitalised because the stuff that was actually in the vape, 6,000 puffs, spice in the liquid, high levels of nicotine. Oh, it was terrible. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute. Everything you've just turned around and said, they are devices that are illegal in this country. Yep, they are. They're illegal in this country already. So it's sort of like they are blaming black market disposables, vapes, on the actual normal, average Joe Blogs doing his business here in the UK. They are blaming the black market illicit devices on our industry. And I think it is so, so wrong. There was not a single person that I can remember, no, tell a lie, I think there was one person that actually praised vaping. How many people it has stopped smoking tobacco, stopped smoking cigarettes? How many people it is saved? Now, they weren't interested in that. All they was interested in is bright coloured packaging, don't know what's in the actual e-liquids. Oh yeah, we haven't got a clue now. All of a sudden, all these years of scientific proven about what's in e-liquid, what the device is doing, everything. Oh, that's just gone thrown out the window. No, they haven't got a clue. Absolutely have not got a clue. The other thing that really kind of wound me up a big time was the black market. They just don't realise how bad the black market's going to be. There was a couple of the laws that did mention it, and one law actually brought in Australia. What's happening with Australia, because they're trying to do the exact same thing, obviously with the fire bombing and all that lot, and obviously it's basically gang warfare there now when it comes to vaping. And he explained this to the House of Lords, but yeah, very, very interesting. Now, the consensus with the tobacco and vape bill, yes, we know for a fact it is going to go through. It's because, obviously, they've linked tobacco and vaping all in one bundle. You know it's going to go through. But what I will take away from this is this first reading in the House of Lords. What I will actually take away from this is that they are going to pick the bill to pieces. They really are. There was quite a few of the lords that was quite interested in how they are going to enforce these new measures, which I thought really good, because we all know, and they was mentioning it, the trading standards are underfunded because they can't control the black market that's already here. Now, the annoying part about the black market side of things is that a lot of them don't think there's a black market here. And it's so like, I was screaming at the channel, it's so like, the black market is already here when it comes to disposable vapes. It's already there. You've already got it. And one woman turned around and said that since tobacco cigarettes was banned in public areas, the black market for tobacco and pipe tobacco has gone down. And I'm thinking, really? Really? The black market has dropped? Really? Honestly? And yeah, no, we know it hasn't. So there's that, but the trading standards are definitely underfunded. Another thing that I really did find interesting, and this is more on the cigarette side than the actual vape side, was this new cut-off age. Once you reach, if you're born 2009, after that you are not allowed to buy cigarettes. And they don't like that one. Quite a lot of the laws didn't like that one. And one turned around and said, so, you've got twins. One was born a minute before midnight and one was born a minute after midnight. That means that one can buy cigarettes, the other one can't. Which I thought was very interesting. And that was, they turned around and said that this would be the first ever time in the British history that it wouldn't be equal rights, which I thought was very, very interesting. I think the census is, and I think quite a lot of them actually agreed, that might not take effect. I've got a feeling they're going to raise the age limit to 21. Another thing that I found very, very interesting was the one lord. I'm not going to name names or anything like that. In fact, he's quite early on in the actual reading. He was walking to the Houses of Parliament, as he does, and popped into his local newsagent. And next to the Pokemon cards was a bottle with a vampire cartoon on it. And they was absolutely adamant that that was aimed at children. Yeah. And it's sort of like, okay, I can appreciate a little bit, but no. Why would they? Yeah. So I think that was a little bit blown out of proportion, but that's what they're going for. They are saying about promoting to kids. Well, to be honest with you, how long have I been vaping? Quite a long time. We have always complained about silly labels and silliness, which I do blame the vape industry for. There's no need to have silly cartoons on little bottles or silly Batman mods and things like that. We've always agreed on that one. So it is kind of, yeah, the industry's fault for that one. And I think if they use the noggin, start going for serious, plain, boring packaging, we should be okay. But flavours, oh yes, there's quite a lot of them that wants to restrict flavours, which it's all like, no, don't restrict flavours. Please do not restrict flavours. But I've got a feeling that they're gonna. I really do, because it's sort of like bubblegum flavour. That's aimed at children. It is. Tutti Frutti, that's aimed at children. Let's not mention about all the different flavours you can get in vodka and gin. No, they're not aimed at children, are they? Of course not. But that's by the by. So in general, what am I taking away from it? One, they ain't got a clue what they're talking about, which is worrying. Two, there's a lot of them in the House of Lords that are going to strip this bill down to... Yeah, they're really going to go for it. They are going to dot the I's and cross the T's. They really are, you can tell. Which is a good thing for us as vapors. It really is. And, yeah, I don't think they can make their mind up about it. The generals, they think the vape bill... should I say tobacco and vape bill is a good idea. In principle, yes, I agree with them. It is a good idea. We'd love for the actual UK to become smoke free. That is cigarette free. Yes, we'd like it cigarette free. Yeah, we appreciate that. I appreciate where they're trying to increase certain areas that you can't smoke or vape. Yeah, I totally understand that. I appreciate it. Obviously, school playgrounds and places like that. No, you shouldn't be vaping around them areas. I agree with that. Smoking or vaping on a train, yeah, kind of, yeah, you've got to think of other people, which I've not got a problem with. So there's nuances of there I totally appreciate. That doesn't worry me. But in general, overall, it does concern me about two things, really. Two things that worry me. One is this flavour restriction. That does really worry me because I like my flavours. I don't want to start vaping on a tobacco flavour. I like me desserts and that. So that's one. The second thing that kind of worries me is the advertising side of things. Now, even they, on the advertising side of things, are a bit because they've not realised that if you go to a smoking sensation place, they can't have posters up regarding vaping being better for you. They can't in the present writing of the bill. So they're sort of like, no, well, how can you promote a safer alternative? Yeah, are you with me? So yeah, that's a concern. But in general, yeah, I think they've bought us some time. I'm looking forward to the next reading. So I'm going to leave that one here because I could quite happily ramble on about this bill for quite some time. But in general, I don't think they know what they're talking about. It's as simple as that. They know more about smoking and cigarettes and pipe tobacco and cigars. They know a lot about that side of it. But the actual vaping side of things, I don't think they know enough to make a proper decision. That is what I'm going to take away from it. Right. We are coming to the end of the vlog. I have got to give my Ko-fi friends. Yes, I'm going to call you Ko-fi friends. You guys, I want to give you a big shout out. I'm going to put a list up. Yeah, I'll put a list up here of all the people that's helped support the channel. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it. If you'd like a shout out and you'd like to support the channel, there is a link down in the description below. Okay, I'm going to wrap this one up. Until next month, happy vaping.